Browsers online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
In the harsh, cruel realities of full-fledged combat gaming, you must face the reality that a complex game has many components. Many components means it's a complex game. And the more complex, the more the likelihood of something going wrong. And the higher the likelihood of something going wrong means that more often things will go wrong. And the more often things go wrong, the more often there's things that will make you scratch your head and wonder what just happened. It's another funny combat reel from MechWarrior Online. With the introduction of Clan, brought a whole new host of interesting bugs. Some of these are simply server lag and situations that happened, and others are just odd things that occurred in-game. I had this sitting on my computer for quite some time. A friend of mine and I were rolling around in combat. I had already been destroyed, so I was following him. Towards the end of the match, there was only one enemy left on, and he just did one shot in that direction with his autocannon and actually made the killing blow. And he said, "Oh, that was such an awesome shot! You have to use it!" And I didn't in a previous video and all this fun stuff, and so he was upset with me and threatened me. Well, not really. But it was a really good shot. It was just an incredible dumb luck. You couldn't have done this if you were planning or trying. And it's down! Here I am, rolling around in combat, taking shots, doing my thing, attacking, and waging war, and numerous other things. It seems to be acting a little odd. I've heard of a stutter step, but that's not quite what I thought it was. So I drop down and see what's going on here. Get off the ledge, and it seems to almost be teleporting. Little breakdance maneuver there with his leg there. It's gone. I hate it when the enemy disappears. I have no idea where he went. Alright. Does that count as a kill? No fair. This guy is like doing the moonwalk or something. That's... Why can't I do that? What's his... I want a cheat code to be able to do that. That looks pretty cool. I'm putting an awful lot of firepower into this thing. Isn't he dead yet? Or shouldn't he be? Or something? He's just standing there. What killed me? I want to know. I'm also of the opinion I did a lot more than 143 damage. Just the amount of firepower I put into those two. So, yeah. Something screwy. Simon says, march in place. Okay, now everyone jump around. Oh, I didn't say Simon says. Behold and be amazed, for I have stealthily slipped behind the enemy line, prepared to strike a devastating blow. Fast and fiercely I shall strike deep into their hearts from the far side of the map. None can stop me, until lag makes me run up the side of the cliff and lets everyone see me here and gives away my position, and I start getting shot at, and this isn't gonna work out. Boy, oh boy, get to shoot a mech in the back. Ow. I just hate it when there's a line to get the back shot, you know? It's just so frustrating. Just waiting my turn, taking my shot, waiting my turn. The weather forecast for today said something about extraordinarily heavy weather. I'm not entirely sure what that meant. Oh, well, I guess that kind of explains it then. Okay. So here I am shooting at an enemy when somebody walks into my shot. I mean, that's not very good etiquette. Okay, so here I am shooting at an enemy when somebody walks into my shot. Only this guy actually stands in such a position to block my wife's shot, so she can't even take the shot. Is this like kill stealing? You know, I'm going to block so you can't shoot at the target and I'm going to get the killing blow or something? Seriously? You didn't see the beams going off? Oh, this is a rough match. I mean, I've lost a leg. I'm so slow, trying to keep up with frontline battle here, and it's just really crippling my mech. If only there was some way to put everyone else on pause so I could catch up. Wow, that was unexpected, I guess. And unusual, too. This one I looped it just to illustrate so you can see it several times because it's such an unusual situation. I'm walking along, I hit, I don't know if it was a hole or what, but I basically fell through the floor here, and you can see the ground coming up, whatever the base level is, and then it resets, putting me back up on top. It's like the floor disappears, I go down, and then I'm reset back up on top, walking along like nothing happened. It was one of those things, if I didn't have it on tape, I don't know if I would have believed it happened. Alright, dear, come on over with me. Come on, turn to your left and come over to me, dear, so we can hide around the corner. No, dear, this is no time to dance. No time to do pirouettes here. Come on, dear, over towards me. They're attacking. Come on, dear. Actually, what happened is she was having, we were sitting next to each other, I look over at her screen, something strange was going on with her system, and she was not able to see me. So she turned to look where I was, and I wasn't there. Now you'll see shots coming in on my back and side. You saw those lasers come through the wall there. The wall's smoking. We were actually getting shot through the wall. This is River City at night. And we're basically getting rifled and by enemies we can't see or do anything about. I'm trying to figure out if somebody on the roof above us. Missiles aren't coming down on us. We're like, what is going on? Yeah, that wasn't a very pleasant bug. Not pleasant at all. We also had this happen on, I think it was the Crimson Shore or Crimson Tide, whatever that one map is, and the Cataline Desert. A friend of mine reports that happens to him all the time there. So there's still a few map bugs to fix. So you would like to run fast mechs, small, agile, able to quickly maneuver, but you'd like to do mega damage, devastating the enemies, and have impressive screenshots to show others, look what I did. There is one easy way to do this. Indeed, all you have to do is be in a game such as this one where it's a resource and the rest of the team is pretty much doing everything on their own and they don't really need you because the opponents are just not really doing their job, and you find an opponent that has not loaded in and you just destroy his mech in its entirety, every section at a time. First you blow off the one arm, then you blow off the other arm, the front armored torsos, the rear armored torsos, you blow off the leg, and every bit is one portion at a time. Combined with all the other fighting you do in the match, you too can do mega damage screenshots. I don't know how regularly you'd be able to do this, but you can. I'm just saying. You know, one could, if you wanted to, do that kind of thing. You know. Alright, here I am in combat. I'm gonna fight. I'm going to devastate the enemy. I shall die, you evil hunchback from the pit of electrons. And you're gonna escape from me? Well, okay, fine. I'll let you escape. Look for another target. Oh, guess there isn't another target. Alright, fine, fine, no problem. I will go back, I will hunt down that hunchback with a dramatic dropping shot and a scream as I fire. Ah! So there, because I'm a vindictive mech warrior who is going to destroy and scatter your electrons because I'm just that kind of person. And I'm going to shoot you some more because I think you should be dead by now. And other hostilities towards you. So there.
Online. All systems nominal.
Now, here's an interesting little situation. You may wonder what would happen if. Because there's a little button on your keyboard that allows you to do something called Alpha Strike. Truth be told, that button never really made sense to me. I always had one circuit with all my weapons on it, which was my Alpha Strike. I usually use it in close quarter fighting. But you know, if that little button gets stuck, it can create a lot of problems. And the first time this happened, yeah, it's happened to me a few times, I was thinking just somehow the button got stuck, trying to do all sorts of stuff to fix it, correct it, what's going on. And the second time it happened, yes, I'll show you that time too. I managed to get it unstuck because I figured out what the problem was. And then I was able to correct it and carry on with the battle with about a third of my ammunition left. You see, when you're using a recording program, such as GameCam, like I do, and it has a whole array of buttons that have different controls for it. And MechWarrior has a whole array of buttons that are controls for that program. They both have overlapping controls on a few points. If you hit one of those control buttons in-game, GameCam, it brings up the interface to let you move the screen so that it's not in your way. However, MechWarrior perceives it as, oh, you want to run that button, and GameCam keeps that button in operation, and I basically had to control escape to close out. I didn't really have to close the program, but at least exit from the game to get it back into it in order to correct that issue. Yeah, it was a frantic few minutes as I'm trying to. My wife's sitting next to me, laughing her head off at me, and yeah, it was one of those funny little situations. This is just one of those amazing little runs I had. It was just one big brawling furball of a free-for-all. I'm running my Cicadia, one of my favored mechs. Just maneuvering around. I'm not able to pick out a specific target. I am just running and gunning. That's all I'm doing. And what's funny here is how many back shots I get on some of these mechs. There's a targeted, distracted by other things, and he's just walking along. I start tearing into him, shooting him in the back, and I'm surprised he hasn't responded or reacted or done something by this point. It's like I shut down, shooting him in the back. And he's like, oh, wait a minute, there's somebody behind me. Well, gotta go. So I exit there. Takes a few parting shots at me. Really doesn't do any damage to me. And I go back to my running drive-bys. The equivalent of just shooting things as I run by them. And do a little bit of damage to a lot of different mechs. I really enjoy mix-ups like this, where it's just one brutal brawl. It's just so much more fun. Normally you want to like pick a target and go for that target, but when you're running a fast mech like this, you really can't do that. And just link up with a few other friendlies, do some damage, move on, watch the dramatic sparks fly as the mech goes down. Honestly, I don't know why I'm still alive. Look at the amount of damage my mech has taken. And I just keep getting these back shots. Wonderfully Convenient for everyone just so happen to have their back towards me. Okay, it was more of a side shot. But all good things come to an end. Almost 400 damage. Here I am, ready to pounce, to strike terrific terror into the hearts of the enemy, wherever they may be. I shall find them and strike them. And what was that? Did I see that? So cool. Guys, gotta look at this. This rock. Is it there or is it not? It's there, it's not. It's there, it's not. I can make the rock disappear. Cool. Can I make it disappear, shoot, make it appear for the return fire? There's got to be a way to weaponize this. Give me a minute. Just a minute. Wait a minute. That arm got blown off that mech, but it's still there, hovering in the air. If we could find a way to weaponize that, so the arm will stay there and shoot at the enemy when you're gone, or like a drone kind of thing, that would be cool. Gotta start a thread on that in the forums. Hey L, you tell me you found a cheat code but you're not sure what it does? Okay, no problem. I'll watch you enter the cheat code, and I'll tell you what happens to your mech, if anything, alright? Oh! That's the breakdancing cheat code! That's cool! Alright, that's all I have for now as far as the funny and or amazing shots. I'll start saving up some for a later video. Eventually, there'll be enough. But I will leave you with what I think is one of the more entertaining aspects of the game. Mech deaths. I think it's hilarious. I love the way they did the physics. Okay, admittedly, Atlases, when they die, they just kind of fall over, not that interesting. But all the other mechs I have seen do some really spectacular spills. I've seen everything from headstands as they tumble over, the cowboy death of dropping to their knees and then flopping back. The list goes on. A Locust at high speed dies and starts tumbling and flopping around as it eventually comes to rest. I love the way they did the physics in this game. Until next time, game on.